The older I get, the more I see why my mom and my grandma stayed to themselves.
It's your girl back with another exotical rant. You know what I was thinking about? You really want to know? I was thinking about why do MLS women, pretty girls, keep to themselves so much? We don't seem to run in packs. Let's explore. Let's get right into it. I think number one, we've learned the more they know, the more drama they bring. The more times you have a lot of girls around you that you're claiming to be friends with, a lot of times it turns really fast. So a lot of us pretty girls, me included, have learned, let's just leave this alone. Number two, insecure women get jealous of everything and anything. I've definitely have experienced this. Like, it's the dumbest stuff they get jealous of. They'll get jealous because a guy spoke to you before them, and now they're jealous of you and they're mad at you. They'll get mad because your hair grew out and their hair is breaking off, and you're like, I have nothing to do with your hair breaking off. They don't care. Number three, the less they know, the better. The less they know, the less ammunition they have when they start to get really bitter, upset, discontented. The less they know is the better. Number four, privacy is protection. What somebody doesn't know, they can't mess up. They can't harm. When they don't know who you're talking to or guy you're with, they have no ammunition or they have no information to go off of. I've seen this a lot of times with pretty girls. They'll, especially if you're an MLS woman, if a guy likes you and you don't want him, or like you guys break up, they'll try to talk to him next because they want to prove that they can get the same guy as you get. So even if they break girl code, they'll still try to talk to that guy, but claim to be your friend. It's very like psychotic. Number five, we've learned as exoticals, everybody ain't your friend. Some people are just enemies in the wait. They're just trying to get enough information. So when they betray you or do whatever they're going to do to you, they'll have enough trust. So you'll kind of walk in it and you'll be a bit blind, or you'll be like, no, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Never give anybody the benefit of the doubt. Never, ever give anybody the benefit of the doubt. Just don't do it, ladies. Number six, they see your shine and they want a piece of it. A lot of times as MLS women, you've even seen in the media, like when they portray us in movies, when we're in the media, we're taking pictures, we're on the red carpet. We're just we're at events. It's just a shine about us. It's just a light about us. And you'll even notice this about like Beyonce, Tanner O'Dell. You'll notice about a lot of Mariah Carey. It's like a light that when we come in the room, it's like a light that's just flickers on, and people want to be around us. Men want to date us. Men want to marry us and be with us. And they want that type of vibe. We're just a whole vibe. I know when I used to go out, like I would have like black guys trying to talk to me, white guys trying to talk to me, and whatever guy that was in the vicinity trying to just get us a little bit of my time. And I noticed like other women would be like looking at me to see like why are these guys are like just like admiring my beauty. So ladies, just watch out for that. They want that shine. And sometimes they feel like because their aura is so negative that they will never get that shine because it's from within. Your positive attitude, the way you take care of yourself, your whole demeanor. We're a whole vibe. I've had even men like that I don't know just naturally gravitate toward me because I'm a whole vibe. When I come in the room, I'm like Queen Bee. I'm like a Mariah Carey. I only come out during Christmas and everybody wants to talk to me then. Everybody wants to be in my presence. Everybody wants to get my opinion. I'm just that girl. You ever seen like a woman walk in a room and everybody's like, ooh, all the men are just like, ooh, who's that? Yeah, that's the kind of vibe I am. And that's the kind of vibe a lot of MLS women are, sometimes consciously and sometimes unconsciously. So you got to watch out for the haters, okay? Number seven, when it's time to show up for them, you always do. But when it's time for them to show up for you, they never can. I've experienced this a lot, and I know a lot of other exoticals have experienced this a lot. When it's time for an event for them or something that's just for them, you always show up. You'll bring flowers. You'll be the best guest, friend, whatever. But when it's time for them to show up with you, they never can. They're too busy. If it's your birthday, I even read like this one exotical was talking about her sister. Her sister's so-called best friend on her birthday never can ever bring her a card, or never can call her on her birthday. But when it's her birthday, that friend expects her to go out of her way to do everything for her, to like make a whole showcase. I've had friends like this before. Cut them off. They're not really your friends. They literally just want to like be around somebody that has a good demeanor. They want to be around a good-hearted person, but they never want to return the favor to you. They never want to show you the same love that you show them. Either they're incapable of it, or they just don't feel like that you deserve it because you already get so many accolades, they feel. So you don't deserve that extra attention and extra care. So they're really haters waiting to happen. Number 8. Have you ever been around somebody that has that weirdo energy and it's always speaking negativity? This is why your grandma and your mom always is talking about like, they were always solo. They were always rocking it out with each other, especially if you come from a family of MLS women. This is why like we always stick together. Because it's a lot of weirdo energy out there and they're always speaking negativity. I mean, I've been at tables with girls I barely known and they're just sitting there frowning at each other, just looking mad. I'm like, I'm at a bar. I'm at a bar, or I'm at some social function. I'm having fun. I'm getting away from your weirdo energy. You're not going to ruin my time because you're insecure, you're unconfident, and you haven't leveled up enough to interact with men. I'm not going to stifle myself because you have all these insecurities that are undealt with. That's not what I'm going to do. Let's get right into it, ladies. Number 9. People have done them wrong. When you see MLS women that prefer to be solo, we do that because we've been done wrong. Like, I've had my experiences with certain type of women. I can see, like, when I first meet you, within seconds, I can tell if I'm going to vibe with you or I'm not just by looking at you. Like, if you're not well put together, you don't take care of yourself, you're fucked up. I already know that we just don't vibe. We're not on the same vibrations. And I don't want to get into a friendship with somebody that I need to make a project. Does that make sense? I don't want to be a friend of somebody that I need to like help you figure out how to do your hair, help you do the makeup, help you buy clothes. I mean, instead of us going shopping together and picking out stuff and vibing off each other, I more so have to mother you. I'm like J-Lo said, I ain't your mama. I'm not about to mother you. So you need to figure out and do that kind of stuff on your own. Number 10, you get exhausted being people's emergency contact friend, but they will never return the favor. I've had this happen a lot, ladies, where they think because you're a good person, they can use you as their emergency contact. They literally, anytime something really bad happens to them, they have to like, oh, call Exotical Rants. And you're like, hold up. I don't even know you like that. Like, why are you calling me? No, I'm not being responsible for you. You're not a child and you're definitely not my child. So I'm definitely not going to like be on call for you. That's never going to happen. So I've had to like reject a lot of people, friends and family, extended family that think that I'm going to be their emergency contact person but they would never return the favor for you. If you're going through something and you call them, I've had people that had an attitude with me and then they wonder why I don't call them at all. Like I call them and I'm upset about something. They don't have time for me to tell them why I'm upset. Everything's going to be okay. I'll call you back. Okay. That's the last time we talked. Okay. That will be the last time we talked. I'm like, but anytime you have called me and held me on the phone for hours venting about how your life sucks, but you can't give me like 10 minutes. Got it. Get you good. I got it. You're good. Number 11, you do good by people and they just don't have the class to return the favor or even say thank you. This is why a lot of pretty MLS women we keep to ourselves. Because we're usually genuine people. We're usually like you get what you get what you see. Like we're good-hearted people. We do good by people we care about. So like after a while, when you do good to somebody and they never return the favor, they never say thank you, but they just expect the goodness to keep coming. Sometimes you have to take that goodness back and be like, you know what? I'm only going to be good to people that are good to me. I'm not going to overextend myself for people that would never overextend themselves for me or that do not appreciate it. I've like sent like care packages to people and they've never even called and said thank you. Sent them like, and you're like, wow, like I took my hard-earned money and time and put that together for you. And you couldn't even send me a text, thank you. Got it. Thank you. Thank you for showing me who you are. I will never do that again. So sometimes good people get tired of being get tired of being good to people that aren't good to us. And that's the same with us MLS women. We get tired of being good to people that just aren't that good to us. We get sick of it and we stop. You get tired of them asking you for money and favors. Oh my God. Sometimes people think because a lot of us MLS women, we take care of ourselves to the T. When we go out in public, we look very well put together. So people will assume that we have lots of money and we'll do favors for them because we're kind, because we're pretty and we look like we have money. They think they can get favors and money out of us. Please shut these people down, ladies. Like, I've had to shut so many people down. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have it. Or if I see somebody like I think that's gonna ask me for something, or they call me a lot, and I feel like they're about to ask me for money, I ask them for money first, and I ask for a very large amount. So they're like, "Oh no, I don't even have that. That was what I was about to ask you." Oh wow, we're both having the same problems. Okay, well let me call you back so I can figure out mine. Okay, bye. Take care. Get them off the phone really quick and stop giving out your real number to people. We'll have another video on that. Stop giving out your real number to people because a lot of times they just want to have access to you. Number 13. Have you ever been around somebody, ladies, that needs constant attention? They need constant attention. That's why they want to be friends with you because they feel like you have a lot of free time because you might be financially well off from your family or from your own work you've already put in. So you're not like in the rat race anymore, or you're married to a provider. So they think that they can call you anytime and get all of your attention. That has happened to me and I had to cut them off because you do not deserve my constant attention. And if you need constant attention like that, I suggest you seek a therapist, not a friend. I'm not going to be your free therapist. I'm not going to do that for free. That's just too much for me. 14, they want what you have. Oh my gosh. Check out my video on that, ladies. They don't want what you give them. They want what you have. That's another video. Check that out, ladies, after this one. A lot of people want what you have. They see your peace. They see your shine. They see your vibe. They see your aura. They see your house, your car, and they want what you have. They don't want to just spend time at your house. They want your house. They want one just like it. Or they want the one that you're in. They feel like, oh, well, what would it take for me to replace exotic rants? They want what you have. Ladies, be very careful of this type of energy. That goes into number 15. A lot of times we as exoticals have really faced a lot of wolves waiting for a sick sheep. They're trying to like just wait around us. They're really wolves in sheep clothing. They're just trying to wait around us to get enough information on us, to get enough attention, whatever. They're just waiting for like when we have a down moment so they can attack. Like you're not feeling good about yourself. Your self-esteem is down. You went through a bad breakup, a bad divorce. They're just like wolves in sheep's clothing. So be very careful about this, ladies. I've seen this happen a lot. And quick story time. Let's get into it, ladies. Okay. This what inspired this video actually was a lot of pretty women keep to themselves. And I've always done that. And like my wax lady actually made me remember why I do that, because we actually had a good conversation while I was getting waxed. And yes, I was getting a Brazilian, ladies, and I was like, oh my God. But we were having like such a deep conversation, you know? And we were talking, and she was like, what happened to that? It was this one girl that clung onto me at work, and we kind of became friendly. And she was asking me where I went to get waxed. So of course I gave her my wax lady. I'm going to pass on the business. Long story short, when my wax lady met her, she immediately did not like her. And I was like, oh, and she likes everybody. So I was like, oh, wow. And she was like, she asked me like, y'all are friends? And this was years ago. And I was like, yeah, like we met at work, whatever. Long story short, this happened years ago. I met this girl, this unambiguous, dark-skinned black girl. She was actually African. Long story short, my wax lady brought her up recently and was like, I am so glad you got rid of her. She was never really your friend. And that's why I treated her like that, because I could tell she was never really a true friend to you. So I was trying to like really warn you, but I didn't know you that, I hadn't known you. I mean, I didn't really know how close you were to her. So I didn't want you to get upset with me. And I was like, wow. She was like, every time you said something, she had to one up you. And I caught on to that really quickly. And she was like, I was so happy when you told me y'all weren't friends, like you weren't talking to her anymore, because I felt like she was like, like just not a real true friend to you. And she just wanted to be around you because of the attention and people you knew. And I was like, what? So I'm getting waxed, like you're like half naked getting waxed. And I'm like, oh my God, really? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, ladies. And like, sometimes, honestly, I even told her, like, I really wasn't friends with her like that. But I was more so coworkers, and I would go out to clubs with her sometimes. But I wasn't like on the phone chit-chatting, trying to be a close friend to her like that. And she was like, I'm glad you like cut off all conversation with her. And we just had like a talk about like, women friendships and whatnot, but like, and she's way older than me, and she also is a dark-skinned unambiguous black woman, but anyway, long story short, she basically told me like she read the room soon as she walked in with me, and she was like, oh, you can't have that type of energy around you. And she was like, I was so happy when you said you don't really deal with her anymore. And I was like, I don't even talk to her. She doesn't have my number. And she was like, oh, that's great. I was kind of shocked because, again, my wax lady is super nice. She likes everybody. So when she said that, I kind of was like, when she said that the other day, I was like, oh, wow, I really took heed to that. And I knew that she was like, she could read people because she deals with a lot of different people. And I really trust her because I've been going to her for a long time. But ladies, sometimes when you bring like a friend or something around your mom or your grandma or another MLS lady that's close to you, or even like just a close friend to you, you don't have to be an MLS lady, and they're just like, that girl is not your friend. Take heed to that, because everybody's not your friend. And a lot of times when you see us MLS women, like when we're older, we're always solo or with our husbands or like with our kids. It's because we've learned that we don't need people to be happy. We don't need a group of girls or guys to validate us. We validate ourselves. And a lot of times, I will say, especially as myself, as an MLS woman, I value my peace. I value my time, and I don't like my time to be wasted by people that don't really matter. So we've learned that like we're going to spend time with who matters, and who doesn't matter, we're just going to be kind to them, but keep them at a distance. And it's funny, and it's so funny. The wax lady actually did tell me too. She was like, yeah, like a lot of African girls like to gravitate toward you. And I was just like, I noticed that too. Like when I go places, I would just be like, I don't know why, but they always want me to go out with them. Like I do know why, because I get a lot of attention when I go out, and they want to get the trickle down attention. So they want to be around me, but I don't know. But she brought that up out of nowhere, and I thought it was so funny. But I always appreciate honest, confident women of any color, of any race. But ladies, be careful with people, number one. And this is why we stick to ourselves as a lot of times as MLS women, because people do like to one up us, and people do want to be in some type of secret competition with us, and we're trying to show friendship and they're trying to be in a competition with us. It's so weird. Ladies, like, you have to level up, but level up your mind. That intellectual intelligence will go way further than your beauty. You being able to read people and situations and your discernment. So definitely build that up. And it was just funny. Like, my wax lady read that bitch up and down so fast and was like, she is not one of us. And she was right. She was not one of us pretty girls. She is not. And she doesn't belong in the pretty girl club. So anyway, ladies, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've had experiences like this, let me know in the comments. Are you solo dolo because you're tired of dealing with other women? Or have you had similar experiences where women are in secret competition with you and are always trying to be in this competition? And you're like, I'm just trying to be a friend. I'm not trying to compete with you. Anyway, ladies, be blessed, be happy, be free. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on another one. Bye.